Picture this. It's early morning in Las Vegas. The sun is barely up, and 12 police officers are quietly surrounding a house in a quiet neighborhood. This isn't a drug kingpin's mansion. It's not a crime boss hideout. It belongs to a guy you've probably laughed at on TV. A guy known for being goofy, lovable, and a little clueless. In about 10 minutes, his entire life is going to change. And he has no idea. If you've ever watched Porn Stars, you know Chumlee. Real name Austin Russell. Grew up in Las Vegas. Became best friends with Corey Harrison as a kid, which is basically how he ended up working at the gold and silver pawn shop in the first place. Wasn't supposed to be the star of anything. Rick Harrison made fun of him constantly. Called him slow. Called him an idiot. The old man barely gave him the time of day on camera. He was the butt of almost every joke the show had. But here's the thing about Chumlee that the producers probably didn't plan for. People genuinely liked. Not in a laughing at him kind of way. In a he reminds me of my buddy kind of way. He got too excited about things. He made impulse decisions. He had a sneaker collection that made zero financial sense. He was real in a way that reality TV rarely is. By 2016, the show was pulling in millions of viewers every week. The pawn shop had become one of the most visited spots in Las Vegas. And Chumlee, the guy everyone called an idiot, was sitting on an estimated $5 million. Not bad for the shop's punching bag, but money and fame have a way of making people feel untouchable. And that's where the story starts to go sideways. In early March 2016, a woman went to Las Vegas police and made a serious accusation against Chumlee. She alleged he had sexually assaulted her. Police took it seriously. They built a case and got a warrant to search his home. On March 8th, they showed up. Now here's where things take a turn nobody saw coming. When officers got inside the house, the sexual assault investigation suddenly became the least of Chumlee's problems. Spread throughout the home, police found meth, cocaine, marijuana, prescription medications he had no prescription for, and on top of all that, a collection of weapons, including multiple firearms. He was taken into custody right there, booked on 19 separate charges. Within hours, it was everywhere. Every entertainment news outlet, every gossip site, every TV channel. The guy from Porn Stars had been arrested. Fans were genuinely stunned. This wasn't some distant celebrity scandal. This was the guy they'd watched being silly on TV every week. History Channel said nothing. The rest of the Porn Stars cast went quiet. And for a long stretch, nobody knew what was going to happen next, to Chumlee or to the show. Here's something worth knowing about how this case played out. The original charge, the sexual assault allegation that brought police to his door in the first place, was eventually dropped. Prosecutors chose not to move forward with it. But the drugs and weapons they found in that house, those weren't going anywhere. Chumlee spent months working with his legal team. And in September 2016 he took a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to 1 felony weapons charge and 1 felony drug charge. In return, he got 3 years probation and had to complete a drug treatment program. No prison time. A lot of people had opinions about that. Some felt it was fair, given the circumstances. Others felt that a regular person without money, without fame, without a TV show behind them, would have seen the inside of a cell. That's a conversation worth having. But what happened next is what makes this story more than just another celebrity scandal. Chumlee could have coasted, done his probation quietly, kept his head down, waited for people to forget. Instead, he actually did the work. He lost more than 75 pounds. He cleaned up his diet, got serious about his health, and by all accounts got sober. He didn't try to spin a PR narrative about it. He just quietly became a different version of himself, and the people around him. They didn't walk away. Rick Harrison kept him on the show. Corey stood by his childhood friend. Porn Stars came back, and so did Chumlee, not as a punchline this time, but as someone who'd genuinely been through something hard. In 2018 he opened his own business right next door to the pawn shop. A candy store called Chumlee's candy on the boulevard. Tourists visit it the same way they visit the pawn shop. He turned his name, the same name people used to laugh at, into a brand. That's not nothing. That took real effort. Look, Chumlee is not a perfect person. He made real mistakes, and he got caught. Simple as that. But there's something in his story that feels worth paying attention to. He got a second chance, and instead of wasting it, he used it to actually build something better. A lot of people never get that opportunity. Some people get it and blow it anyway. He didn't, so I'm curious what you think. Did Chumlee get the outcome he deserved? Or did his celebrity status shield him from what a regular person would have faced in the same situation? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know where you land on this one.